he's pushing energy into me. When I feel that energy pushing into me on the high line, when I feel that energy pushing high, I replace that positive pressure, the point of dominance, boom, with the elbow. So he is turning into the elbow.
Violence destroys. Weaponizing is the counter strategies to violent criminal assault. Hey, I'm Greg LaBeouf, aka The Violence Guy, and I'm sharing with you how I went from the victim of a brutal attempted murder to mastering the tool of violence and protecting myself and family, and how you can do the same from the safety and comfort of your own home. Welcome to Weaponizing DIY.
The tool is only as good as the turret that it's carried on, which means what? It means that it is the foundation, it is the structure from which we deliver the elbows. That is what we want to focus in on. We want to sharpen the tool of elbow. We want to develop the attributes of the elbow. We want to make sure that we are surgical with our elbows. 99.9% of the time we're throwing an elbow from the rear, not throwing an elbow from the lead, throwing an elbow from the rear 99% of the time. That way we're coming out of a more solid structure. We're delivering a more powerful elbow. We're delivering a more ballistic elbow. Okay, so the first thing we do is start with the right leg forward. We're going to throw a left elbow. Keep your wrist nice and tight. You want to make sure you're hitting with the very tip of the elbow. Mistake number one is people tend to loosen their arm. Their arm drifts away, the wrist drifts away from the shoulder, and now you hit with the forearm. So pull it in nice and tight, right? If this arm, this piece right here should be strapped down to your humerus, pulled in nice and tight, just to accent the tip of the elbow. Now, what you're going to do is we're not going to throw the elbow up at head level. We're going to drop down a little bit. We're going to throw it about chest level. You have to make sure of a couple key points here. What you're going to do, right leg forward, throw the left elbow. You're going to reach out. Don't go out to the side and be really loopy with your elbows. Go straight to the target, a straight line. Elbow extends out. Once it hits and it's passed, it drops right back in. Extends out, hits, drops right back in. Make sure you're getting rotation from the hips and from the feet, so from the ground up. So when I step out, right leg forward, drop in as if I'm in a pod, good point of dominance. My left elbow is relaxed, not tight, not up, relax. Elbow, once it's through, relax. So left elbow. Get good extension. Notice rotation in the hip, rotation in the heel. Power's coming from the ground up. I'm going to do a horizontal elbow is going to replace the hand pressure. I feel his head turning into me. Okay, my chin is tucked, my head is tucked. And now what's going to happen is as I throw the elbow, right at the last moment, the hand pulls out of the way, the elbow hits. As the elbow drops back in, the hand reapplies. Notice the turning of the body. Rotate from ground up, from the edge of the rear foot, boom. Don't pause like I did, I'm just showing you the turn. Then that drops in, the body recoils back, and the lead hand reapplies pressure. One. Elbow. Notice how I adjust each time in between. Elbow. Elbow. No, I'm not trying to go fast here, guys. Elbow. I'm being economical and efficient. Straight to the target. Great rotation and extension through my core. Hit and reset right back. Elbow. Relax the shoulder in between each time, guys. Relax. Elbow. Don't hold tension. Don't lift your elbow up. Elbow. 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 Now notice with my lead leg, a lot of times with the lead leg, I'll take a tiny step out. My foot will turn out or my foot will step out. The step out brings me just a little bit closer and puts me into a better elbow range. If you've got long arms and you're on a good point of dominance, you're far away from him, you might be like, I don't know how to reach. I can't reach him with my horizontal elbow. Okay, so instead of overextending, what you do is you just step a little forward, a little 45, boom. That changes the range, and then I reset right back. Good pod, elbow. elbow, 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 elbow. One more, elbow. Let's switch. Let's go to left point of dominance. Now you're doing the right elbow. Again, get set, chin tuck, arm relaxed, using the tip of the elbow, elbow. Good rotation from the ground, elbow, 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 elbow. Use imagery, visualize the impact point, elbow. Each time in between, adjust. Feel the pressure of his body. Feel your feet live and dynamic, elbow. Time, everyone take 1 second. Real important point. The reason I'm elbowing when I elbow, it's not arbitrary. When I'm in that pod, I'm feeling the pressure of his body. I'm feeling this guy trying to turn into me, trying to turn to hit me, trying to turn to grab me. He's pushing energy into me. When I feel that energy pushing into me on the high line, when I feel that energy pushing high, I replace that positive pressure, the point of dominance, boom, with the elbow. So he is turning into the elbow. So make sure you're feeling that, right? Left side forward, feel the pressure, elbow. You release and replace. Release the pod, replace with the elbow, and then replace the pod, and then reset. Release, replace, reset. Okay? Elbow. Elbow. Relax the shoulder. Elbow. Keep your head tucked. Elbow. Just think about the tip. Reiki. Elbow. 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 And time. Okay, guys, that was the horizontal elbow. Now we're going to transition quick to a low point of dominance. Now, real quick question, or real quick answer to a question you might have. Do we throw vertical elbows in the high point of dominance? You can. When you're in a high pod, can you throw a vertical elbow to the ribs? Yes. Especially when you feel the energy of their body. The head is under positive pressure. So their head is outside their heels, maybe into a wall or something. And so what they do is they start pushing hard with their lower body. They start pushing, maybe pushing off the wall or pushing off something, but they're pushing and you feel the pressure of the lower body coming towards you. When you feel that and that pressure's coming to the midline, boom, you're going to throw a vertical elbow into the ribs, okay? Now, before we do that, we will come to that, we're going to go to the low pod. The low pod is primarily where you're going to see that vertical elbow come into play. So remember, the guy drops low on the wall, so we transition from high, where all of a sudden, they start bending over, right? They start going up, 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 and I transition into, I'll just turn to the camera, I transition into my low pod, head tucked, arm up, 90 degrees. You guys already know this. Now, again, dynamic on the feet. Often, I angle out. Instead of staying 90 degrees to them, I angle on them. Now the face is right here, and boom, boom. The big thing with this, knees have to be bent. You have to stay tucked in, and to get the tip of the elbow in there, you have to bend, rotate from heel, knee, hip, but you got to bend the knees so that the tip of the elbow comes up. You start getting a power arc with a little bit of a semicircle on it up. Versus guys doing this. They stay too upright and they lean over it. They forearm it. You have to bend. Notice how the vertical elbow is going to start to have an upward travel path. We're almost never elbowing up that high. Okay? But it's got to start to travel up. So, let's go into our low pod. Start right low pod, which means right point of dominance, low. Got him by the back of the neck, shoulders hooked, heads tucked. We're going to be throwing the left vertical elbow. Angle out a bit, relax your shoulders, everybody ready? and elbow. Elbow. Really good rotation. Elbow. 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 Notice I'm not throwing for power. Elbow. But I am imaging the tip of the elbow. Elbow. The tip of the elbow hitting into the facial features. Elbow. Keep your wrist tight to your shoulder. Elbow. Reset. Each time reset. Elbow. 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 And elbow. And come up. Switch over. Left. Low point of dominance. Drop in. Bend those knees, guys. Tuck your chin. Right elbow, right arm up. Relax, loose. No tension in your neck, your trap, or your shoulders. Elbow. Bend that back leg. Elbow. Elbow. Rotate through the heel, knee, hip. Elbow. Shoulders right up to the elbow. 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 Reset each time, keep it alive. Elbow. 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 One more. Elbow. Come up, shake it out. Remember, on each and every elbow, whether it's a horizontal elbow high, vertical elbow low, makes no difference. The elbow is a ballistic tool. It has to recoil, just like everything else. Knees, elbows, eye shots, everything, headbutts. Has to go out at 50, has to impact, and it has to pull back at 100 to create the ballistic snap. So when you're elbowing, you don't have to go fast, but hit and retract. You're just trying to go loose to get a feel, but don't go like this. Don't elbow and then passively reset. Elbow, passive reset. Don't stick to it like it's Velcro, and don't passively reset. Out of 50, back at 100. Okay, now we're gonna go back up to the top, and we're gonna go back to the high, and we're gonna do high vertical. We're just gonna do 10 or 12 on high vertical left, high vertical right, just to get a feel for these, okay? So everybody ready? Right side forward. And now we're going vertical, okay? High vertical, from high pod to vertical to the midline. Ready, and elbow. Elbow. Remember, I'd be feeling his body push towards me. Elbow. Keep the hand up on his head. Elbow. 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 Rotate from the foot, from the ground up. Elbow. 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 Switch. Left point of dominance high. Vertical elbow to the midline. Drop into pod. Relax the shoulder. Rotate from the ground. Hand on the head. Elbow. 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 Keep your reset alive. Elbow. 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 Relax, reset. All right, guys, couple deep breaths. Grab a quick drink. We got about 10 minutes left. We are going to pick up the tempo now. Breathe. Remember the key points. You must be ballistic. Do not have tension in your shoulders or your neck. Do not try to elbow, just elbow. Good pod. Good contact with the ground. Athletic feet. Edge of the feet dropped in. Remember these points. We're picking up the tempo, but I don't want you to drop the quality. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Deep breath. Remember, now we're gonna switch and we're gonna flow. Okay, so we're gonna go right high pod. Okay, we're gonna go left elbow. Okay, then we're gonna switch and we're going to come into the pod on the left side, and we're going to throw right elbow. Then we're going to switch back, but we're going to switch back and end up low. And then left elbow. And then you're going to just switch over to the other side. Now, normally we would do a pass in this. We would do a proper switch high and a proper pass low for the pod. But we are simply going to make switches happen so that we can focus on the elbows and kind of rep it out a little bit, get the flight time in. But remember, speed should be a byproduct of comfort, capability, and economy of motion. So slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay, and we're just going to repeat that. Okay, so let's do it together. Everyone ready? Right leg forward, right pod, left horizontal, elbow high, elbow. Switch. I switch over to my left pod, right elbow high, horizontal elbow. Perfect. Switch back over to your right low, left elbow, vertical low, elbow. Switch over to the left low, right vertical elbow, elbow. Switch back to high, elbow. Switch elbow. Switch low, left elbow. Switch low, right elbow. Switch high, left. Switch right. Switch low, left. Switch low, right. Back to high, right. Left. Switch over, right. Switch back low, left. Switch over, right elbow. Back to high, left. Switch, right. Switch to low, left. Switch over, right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Time. Take a quick second. Nice deep breaths. Remember, that is not about speed, but it's about making you comfortable with quick transitions. Even though we're not working the full switch, we're not working the full pass, we are training our body to move dynamically. Slow feet do not eat. You understand? Slow feet don't eat. You got to be able to shift your feet into perfect balance, into perfect athleticism. All right, everybody ready? Let's go again. Right high pod with the left elbow. Go. Switch to left high pod, right elbow. Low right pod, left elbow. Low left pod, right elbow. Back to high. Left. Right elbow. Low left. Low right. Back to high. Left. Right. Left. Right. Up. Elbow. Switch. Elbow. Drop down. Elbow. Switch. Elbow. Back to high. Elbow. Elbow. Low. Elbow. Elbow. Back to high. Elbow. Elbow. Low. Elbow. Elbow. Back to high. Elbow. Elbow. Low. Elbow. Elbow. Hand time. Nice deep breath. Shake out a little bit. Now, if you're just seeing this and this is newer to you, it's okay. Watch the video again. Take your time. Go slow. You'll find the rhythm with this, okay? If it's not new to you and you're feeling good with this, make sure you're connecting with the intent. Make sure you're connecting with the breath on each shot, okay? Stay in the right mindset. Stay connected to the right focus and the right fuel. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to double up. Okay, so same flow pattern, but we're going to double up. So we're going to go high pod, low pod, low pod. High horizontal, high, double up, high horizontal, double up, high horizontal, double up, low vertical, double up, low vertical. Okay, everybody's ready? Nice deep breaths. Once nice and slow, move it together. Drop into your pod. 2 left elbows now, reset each time. So, elbow. Elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch to low, vertical, elbow, elbow, switch to the other side, low, elbow, elbow, switch back to high, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch to low, elbow, elbow, switch to low, elbow, elbow, switch to high, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch to low, elbow, elbow, switch, low to the side, elbow, elbow, and time. Take a break. Deep breath. If you're feeling it, you're doing it right, you're definitely feeling the legs. If you're doing it right, you are not feeling it in your neck and your shoulders. Okay? If you're feeling your neck, your shoulders, you're holding too much tension. You're trying too hard. Relax. Okay? Just loose. Don't worry about power. Don't worry about speed. Be fluid. Right? That's the most important thing. Be fluid. Everybody ready? Same flow. Back to the right high point of dominance. Double the elbows. Go. Elbow. Elbow. Switch. Elbow. Elbow. Switch low. Elbow. Elbow. Switch low to the opposite side. Elbow. Elbow. Switch high. Now, when you're high, dynamic guys, move your feet. Elbow. Elbow. Switch. Elbow. Elbow. Switch. Low pod. Elbow. Bend those knees, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch back to high, elbow, elbow, switch, rotate from the ground up, elbow, elbow, switch low, bend the knees, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, time. Nice deep breaths. 3 minutes left, guys. Nice deep breath. If you're feeling the legs, tip tap a bit. Let the leg get the lactic acid out of the legs. Breathe in. Always regulate your response. Okay, guys. Let's get ready. 7 seconds, same thing. This time, guys, double it up on the first rep, singles on the second rep. Everybody ready? High right, double elbows, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch low, elbow, elbow, switch low, elbow, elbow, switch high, single, elbow, switch, elbow, switch, elbow, switch, elbow, switch high, double, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch high, single, left, switch, right, switch, left, switch, right. Time. Deep breaths. So guys, deep breaths. Remember guys, we're just working a process. If you can keep up, great. If you're moving at the same pace, that's great. I'm not trying to go fast, just trying to go fluid, slow, smooth is fast. Just trying to be fluid. But it's a matter of getting comfortable in the transitions in the footwork, in the transitions from the point of dominance. So as much as I said is that we're not working points of dominance, you are. Because it's training your body, that's the turret. That's where the knees, the elbows, the brutal efficient tools are delivered from, is the turret. So we're getting you comfortable in being in the left, to the right, to the low, to the low, to the high, to the high, to the low, to the low. And then firing a tool out of that. All right, guys, let's hit another 30 seconds here. Everybody ready? Deep breath, drop in, high right pod, double, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, switch, elbow, elbow, bend the knees, switch, elbow, elbow, switch, singles, elbow, switch, elbow, switch, elbow, switch, elbow, back to high, double, elbow, elbow, switch, low is smooth, elbow, elbow, switch low, elbow, elbow, switch low, elbow, elbow, switch high, single, elbow, switch, elbow, switch, elbow, switch, elbow, and time. Deep breath, guys. You got 5 seconds on the clock. Nice deep breath. And time. Nice deep breath, guys. Into the nose. Out through the mouth. In. Out. In. Out. Control your breathing. If you're in control of your breathing, you're in control of your physiology. If you're in control of your physiology, you're in control of your metacognition, which means you're in control of your self-talk. If we regulate, we win. If we don't, we lose. All right, everybody, that was the 30 minutes. That was how you turn and burn it. Understand this, guys. This is just a process. You can go back and rewind this, and you can go as slow as you need to. You can break apart each detail. You can work this until you just feel comfortable in the transitions. So you feel comfortable in the transitions and moving around in the transitions. And just being able to shift. Once that comes, then the elbows are going to become the weapon that they have the potential to be. But the tool is only as good as the turret is carried on. All right, everybody, remember something, right? You're here. You showed up. You're joining me every day for these protocols. You're engaged 100% into this process. We're just people working a process. Work the process because the process works. And remember, guys, the journey you're on is the journey of the protector, the journey to weaponization. The cowards never fucking start this shit. The weak, they die along the way. That leaves us, baby, protectors for life, the weaponized. All right, everybody. See you in the next protocol.